Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and this is another episode in our Let's Play of Oxygen Not Included, the thermal update. At the moment, we're working very hard towards establishing our reservoir as well as getting our oxygen and further advanced power production up and running. So that's what we're going for. We've got like 6 dupes at the moment. I think that's pretty good for now. We've got idle ones as well, which I'm finding interesting. We shouldn't be idle. What are we doing? Oh, these are if I do this at least, we should get things sorted. Even the idle ones will start cleaning up in that case. I'm wondering whether I should put an air deodorizer up here just for the time being so that we don't get too much of the bad stuff down there. But I also don't know whether it's a big priority, but let's do it. Let's do it nonetheless. Wow, everybody is rushing in to sort things out up here. There's a harvest available, so let's pop that in. Let's dig that bad boy up. Is this a harvest? No, not quite yet. No research. Okay, let's move on to the next research that we want to do. We want to do pressure management. We certainly want to do that. We want to do fine dining, I think. Not a big priority for us, but we'll get there. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is pressure management. We're almost through it, to be honest. Then we can use this cool area for something else that generates a lot of heat. We're digging up more algae. So our algae is still looking pretty good. We've got plenty of fertilizer. So what I want to do is I want to put another kind of row in here so we can start doing the blossoms as well. I want to give that a go. It's probably a good idea to get that up and running sooner rather than later. I've already popped that one, so actually I want to cancel that one right there. And what I'll also do is obviously dig this out. And like so. I'm hoping there's nothing too funky in any of these, but we may very well run into trouble. So we'll dig out like so, dig out like so, and we'll probably dig out all of that too. And what we'll also want to do is do this side. So let's do the same thing on this side, right there. Okay, keep going. We're increasing skills, we're expanding the base, we're cleaning up. I must say we're really getting to much more in this series than we did in the previous one. And I still would like to attribute that to the fact that we're managing our stress levels much better than last time. The fact that everybody is not stressed out all the time makes a hell of a difference. A hell of a difference. Okay, keep going, keep going. Actually, I want to set our priorities a little bit more in this area. Do we have... I don't know whether polluted oxygen is really an issue. So let's cancel that one for now. I don't think we need to worry too much about polluted oxygen up here. This is pretty amazing stuff, I must say. The oxalite that we found down there was really helping us out. Is there any other bits and bobs of oxalite around? There maybe. It seems to be fairly close to the algae. Well, at least in this sense, it was surrounded by algae. Skill increase. Keep going. Keep going. You got up there. You got the algae. You're digging stuff out, you're going up here, you're digging this out. Now we need to start looking at how we plan. So this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen. What is producing the hydrogen though? It's none of these things, right? Produces hydrogen, toasty environment. What does it do? A prickly invasive weed that can be dug up and domesticated using flower vases. Some find it quite pleasing to the eye. So definitely not a producer of hydrogen. And this is, aha, there we are. This is where the cold air is coming from. So we could dig out through there. And what I think is I will do a bit of an area like this. So let's ladder up a little bit more. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say like 4 high, which will be able to open that up if we want to. And we can then dig up into that if we do want to as well. So let's say like so, maybe. I don't want to get too aggressive with the way we dig things out over here. The other thing then is we'll put this like at a priority 6, and we'll just do I don't want to kind of I'm a little bit more worried about that. So let's stop this one over here. Actually, let's trim that back one more. I don't want to end up kind of poisoning all my guys and girls. Okay, let's keep digging there. Actually, I want to put it on a 6. Let's do that. And let's do this. And probably do that one over there. I don't think this will be a problem just yet. But it is, yeah, it's pretty cold. Pretty cold. So that'll be where we do our our hydrogen pumps and so on. So we might actually put a airlock right here. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take 4 down from there, and we are going to dig out here so that we can put our oxygen generation in there. Okay, and let's also do the digging. There we go. Well, just up to there for now. I want to dig that out. I want to dig that out. That should be sufficient. I want to be honest, I want to do the other side as well. So research complete. Where are we moving into now? Let's pick up fine dining. Okay, that should help us a little bit. Well, towards getting everything done. We'll do that. We will gonna start digging this out too. And we probably need to dig out a little bit further than that as well. Oh, it's a bit of copper. These things are growing nicely. Our food is not bad. I think we got a good stipend of wild food growing in this area, which helped us a lot towards that. Ooh, there's one ready for the taking. Combat, hang on. Who's in combat where? I'm guessing it's over here because we dug the hatch up. So let's make sure we attack as a level excellent priority. A level excellent priority. Let's harvest that bad boy. We obviously want to get to those, but I think our algae is looking pretty decent at the moment. That guy's tired. Is it the end of the cycle? Almost. Our temperature is great. Our power is great. We are really doing well, I think. Our food, our cleaning up is not great, but I think our guys are a little bit busier than they were in the past. That I can clean that out. Okay, so we've got this area starting to get there. Let's get it done first, and then we'll move on towards sorting out the rest of the stuff. Sorting out the placement of everything and cleaning up out this area. Pressure management was done. How's our oxygen? It should still be fine. I think we're struggling a bit because we've opened up a few areas that wasn't necessarily oxygen rich, but we're not struggling too badly. We're even pushing in here. So all in all, I think we're doing pretty well. We don't even have a big hole full of carbon dioxide, which is probably because we've been pushing it out into here, and this is quite heavily pressurized. So to be honest, with the scrubber, we might actually even put the scrubber somewhere over here. Come in here, come through here, get a little room where we put the scrubber in. Not too bad, not too bad at all. That's been dug up. I want to probably start digging. Why is this not being dug? This should all be reachable. This thing is creating polluted oxygen and slime or not? I don't think so. Just polluted oxygen, I think. Over here we've got all kinds of slime. So I might, yeah, this area is actually going to help us a little bit. So I might do slime somewhere. Slime. The biodistillers, apologies. Forgot my words. But yeah, a carbon dioxide scrubber on this side might make a lot of sense, but really we are keeping everything nice and pressurized. We've got a lot going on. Is this kind of dirty air or is it just carbon dioxide? It's just carbon dioxide, so it'll slowly make its way down there. Let's pick up that bad boy. Anything else? That one, yeah. Okay, sorted. We've got another duplicate. For now, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not for now. Duplicate moves quickly underwater. Scaredy cat, athletics. Yeah, fair enough. But I think that's fine for now. I don't want to get too comfortable and start doing significant growth and then end up struggling with that. We're doing this, getting this quite done and along nicely. Okay. The next issue is obviously for us to make sure we get our water up and running. And I'm wondering whether I shouldn't just do it like in this area here so that I keep this area down here for carbon dioxide, to catch carbon dioxide. So in that regard, what we should probably do is we should dig out, research done. Let's quickly move on to the next. Insulation, medbay, and then we're through it, and we can actually get rid of those, and then we'll need less people again, actually. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, make a nice airlock, anything else, isolated mesh tiles, blah, 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 gas permeable, which we probably want to do. I want to dig out a few tiles like so. Okay, we'll get in there, we'll start double tiling. What are we using here? Are we using this? Okay, we'll start double tiling as we go. I'm hoping that'll work. Okay, but we'll start it till there, and then what I'll do is I will put a ladder on this side and actually build a wall once I get in here. And maybe to be honest, let's start it from the top so that we don't run into too much problems. So I'll put that at a 7 so we get that ladder going quite quickly. We need to start like placing so we've got all of these things. The next and important element for us is certainly oxygen. So we want to do an electrolyzer. And we can obviously fill the whole thing up. Let's have another quick look. Does electrolyzers generate heat? A fair bit, to be honest. We might sort that out as we go. Research complete again? I don't think so. Finding was the last one we did. So we're moving on towards the final few items. That still needs to be done. Oh, I can harvest that bad boy right over there. These guys are almost ready to be harvested. I want to move this around. I want to pop a light in there. There's so many little things we want to get to. The building lacking the resources is where exactly? No, I think they're ongoing. This guy is freezing. Does this generate heat? Heat production. A lot of heat production. So let's have a look. Not nearly enough. Ooh, that's not the best spot to fall asleep, Nadia. That will cool you down too much, I'm imagining. Okay. Oh, the other thing we really need to do is we need to get that bathroom set up and running. Reservoir. Reservoir is vital for us to make that happen. So that's why we're working very hard towards that end. And I messed up. I believe I messed up. Otherwise, I'll just run an extra kind of block down like that. So let's dig this out. We'll dig that out, and we'll start with the tile laying. I didn't want to do this. Okay, let's dig it out, and then we'll see how we go from there. This water is holding us over nicely. Building lacks resources. Yes, 26k in terms of food. That's not bad. We still need to get up here. Just interested in why we haven't gone up there. But all of this, actually, that's quite warm. Okay, I would have thought it would be a bit cooler. We can certainly harvest that bad boy. Right over there. All in all, these things take a bit of time, I must say. But our oxygen is looking good. We are pushing this a little bit. Cold, stressed. Well, once we've done that, what I'll do is I will kind of close this area up a little bit. Just so that we don't get too cold in here. Even over here, it's pretty decent. What is it? The thermal overlay. So actually, not a heat loss. I don't think so. Maybe a little bit over here, but not too bad. Actually, not too bad. Everybody's gone to bed while there's still work to be done. Our batteries should be lasting us overnight, so the manual power generation is not a big deal. I think the only issue was the batteries. The heat production, as you see, no, it's looking pretty good over there. There's still some room in there, but I would like to expand that so that we can make sure we clean up all of these areas. We can start harvesting some of these guys. So absolutely, that's coming along nicely. I want to pop in, yes, I want to pop in the blossom seeds over here. So if I pop them through there, it should be fine. Unrefrigerated food, just because we harvested something over here for a minute. Everything's going along swimmingly. We've got plenty of water to hold us over until we get this reservoir up and running. The one thing that I haven't actually spotted yet is one of those geysers or geysers, or however you like to refer to them as. I haven't yet spotted one, but we have spotted quite a few weezeworts and other funky elements. But also we haven't spotted those plants. Can't recall what they were called right away now, but those plants that you would use to knit the sweaters. I want to dig that up at some point, not a top priority. What are we doing over here? Dig pending? We'll get there eventually as we top up or top over, build the roof structure for the reservoir. That's using your words properly. we're getting along. I'll pop the blossom seeds in there. That uses fertilizer. We have fertilizer. We are still generating fertilizer from the outhouses, of course. But we do want to start moving over to, there we go, to the actual proper sanitation lavatories. Okay, this is going slowly again. So again, I'm starting to wonder whether should we fall into the trap whereby we would like to see an extra duplicant. And I am worried about that because that's a trap you can fall in quite easily. Extra mouth to feed wouldn't be the end of the world. We're doing quite well with our food. In terms of oxygen, it's obviously a little bit more problematic. What I do want to do is I want to open that up a little bit so that we do get a better flow of oxygen. And I'll open up those two. And it's bedtime again. It's like it's always bedtime in this base. It must be a great spot to be stranded on an asteroid somewhere. How are we going with our research? We should be pretty close. Okay, so almost finished with insulation, and then we'll move on to med bay. And what's happening? They're busy. Okay, and then we'll move on to med bay, and then we'll be done. So then we'll deconstruct this and repurpose this area. And I'm wondering where maybe we should repurpose. Well, this is kind of food area, so maybe not. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see about repurposing the area. There's still plenty of stuff that we've not built and not done. The hydro fan, the thermoregulator, the space heater, the liquid teppidizer. We still all of these kind of things we still need to experiment with. The textile factory, does that generate heat? It does not. A warm sweater, a cool vest, a snazzy suit. Wonder whether that helps the stress levels too. It does. I can think about it that it would do that. Hang on, what was that? So, power grid overlay, stable, straining, overloaded. So, everything is stable. I like it. I do like it. Okay. What are you guys doing? Why is the stuff not getting built and done and so on? Why is everything kind of just hanging around? Okay, well, what we'll do now is we will up the priority so that we can actually get this reservoir built. This is starting to get out of control. A level 7 priority should be picked up pretty quickly, but yet we are being ignored because it's lunchtime. But here they come. There we go, and further dig a level 7 priority like so they can do that. So now, the next thing I want to do is I want to level 7 priority build the wall here for the reservoir. So that should do us for now. Is everybody getting cold? Why? I mean, why? Is it cold down here? No, it can't be. It's not that cold. Oh, it is cold over on this side. Oh, because we've gone into the ice biome a little bit, but not a lot, but a little bit. So over here, yeah, decent. So we can see about that. So we might actually, what we might do is we might do the polluted water in this area because we can use the cool air here to cool down the I'm struggling with the words to the water purifier. Jeez, that's not even a hard one. Okay, let's pop this one in there and pop that one in there and the same over there and do the same over there. And yes, I know you need fertilizer. And why are you stifled? Anyway, let's see. I think we probably can do with another dupe at this point. Can't dig, it's not great for us. Interior decorator, wow, we have some nice paintings. Interior decorator 2. And the biohazard, I don't know. None of them are great. And I feel the balance to this game is to not pick the dupes that you're not 100% happy with. If you just keep picking the real good ones, you'll just have a slow growth in terms of population, And further than that, it shouldn't be too big a problem. Okay, and it's the end of yet another cycle. Everything is going swimmingly. Hang on, our algae is holding, our oxygen is holding. We've got a bit of carbon dioxide here. Our reservoir is progressing, albeit very slowly. Our area for power generation and oxygen generation has been kind of dug up halfway, but obviously we need some water up here to be able to generate more oxygen, and then we'll work on that from there. But I think at the moment I am cautiously optimistic that things are going very well. But I don't want to say that out loud, so touch wood that it stays that way. Anyway, I'm ExactChaos. This has been Oxygen Not Included Exactly. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you like the content, consider subscribing. Thank you. Bye-bye.